Hey y'all, it's Ari. The Ari Chanel. This is my podcast channel, and good God. Okay, no, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what God is going to do. I'm very excited to see how God is moving. I'm very excited before I even get to where it is that He needs me to be. Let's just put it like that. Okay, this is my birthday hair. Well, it's not really my birthday style, my birthday hair. This is the birthday color, but yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. We good. No, for real. Y'all, God is good. God is so good. He is so wonderful. He is so fabulous. He is so beautiful, gentle, so good. Okay. Anyway, y'all came here because this is a welcome. This a little my little welcome speech, my little welcome. But no, this is a welcome video. This is also a just a get to know me before we get and dig into this channel because it's gonna be some real talks on this channel. Okay, like this is not no play. Like I can play, but we get them real messages out there. Okay, and we gonna make sure that we follow in the right path, and that's Jesus. Okay, all right. If you ain't following the right path, I don't know what you're doing. You need to get on the right path. I didn't want to clip this because I just feel like I don't know. I want to hold it just so if I want to get louder a little bit with y'all. But no, seriously, y'all. Oh my God. This is so, this is a blessing. This is a blessing. That's all I can say. This is a blessing. But so, me, I've always been in the church. I grew up in the church. I grew up singing, grew up in the choir, stuff like that. Um, I can honestly say I'm not gonna rebel because the other videos are for rambling. But just about me, I grew up in a church, typical standard growing up in a church. But um I was never one of those kids where it was like Bible study and Sunday school, and I did go to Sunday school, but it wasn't very strict. It wasn't very, but there were days here and there where I would go to Bible school. No, not Bible school, Sunday school, and I did not like it, of course. But that in itself is a whole, another time to explain. But I grew up in a church, singing in the church, and fast forward around middle school is where I was trying to discover like God myself. Um I will always like I remember myself saying in middle school, I'd be like, Jesus my boyfriend. Like if I ain't had no boyfriend, Jesus gonna always be my boyfriend, baby. He always been my boyfriend since middle school. This is nothing new. But yeah, that's my husband for real. Like until the physical and in the actual world in physical form till he bring him, maybe they're my husband. But um yeah, middle school and middle school was rough, which I feel like as a teenager period, that's gonna be the rough stages. It was rough parent with my parents wise, it was rough me wise. I felt like I was depressed, all that. Yeah. So just trying to learn yourself because you're in the stage between coming from being a little child to now being a preteen and trying to just juggle that stuff and being around other almost teenagers too is just so then we fast forward to high school, which is about to end. It's just so crazy. It's about to end in literally like 2 months, but God's grace. um yeah, so high school is when it really starts, right? um ninth grade, ninth through 10th grade was very, very, I wouldn't say rough, but it was just very, trying to be a teenager, but also kind of more so being out here in this world, but still knowing of God. I wasn't fully in my relationship. I wasn't fully in my bag. I was here and there reading my Bible, and I did buy me a journal at the beginning of high school or even my sophomore year. I don't really remember. I know I've had that journal for a long time. It is kind of falling off the brinks right now, but I need a new one. Yeah, I would say ninth grade is when it really, really started. When I really, really dug for my love for Jesus. Um, I wasn't deep in my bag like that. I'm gonna be honest. And my best friend, I would definitely say she helped without even knowing. Um, she was an inspiration first before she was even just like, oh, that's my neighbor, that's my friend, that's my bestie. Like, you know, and it's just crazy the way God uses people in your life, because honestly, we knew each other since like fifth, sixth grade. We knew of each other since fifth, sixth grade. We was in the same music class and everything, and we was never really that close. Um, yeah, we took trips together, like that was organized by the school, but yeah, like we had done a lot of stuff together. We hung together sometimes, but you know, we was never really besties like that long. So yeah, just a thing of, you never know whoever you may already be growing up with or whatever. You just never know who you may need in your life later on, or who's going to be in your life later on that was already in your life. And yeah, so she's so wonderful. I love her. But yes, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember in depth about ninth grade and sophomore year. Mm. Sophomore year, I was in my bag to the it like at the end of sophomore year, around prom, is when I started working, and things got a little, because when you get in a workspace, it's a new environment for me. I've been all in the house. I'm a homebody, antisocial a little bit, but yeah, I'm a homebody, and being in a house and only going to school, those are your two main environments. Then we get in this other environment, you meet people. Me, me being a young teenager and a girl, you get a little thing, a little relationship or whatever, and that kind of speeds forward to 2024, because it was like 20 into 2023, not into 2023, like summer 2023 to like the the summer of 2024, so just a year. But throughout that relationship, I was trying my best to stay on that path of being with Christ, because it was like, first of all, that person seen Christ within me. Let's just put that out there. But the times that we met, it was just not. It was not, because yeah, I was we that person met me at a stage where I was still maturing and trying to mature, and still on a, I guess, a baby step walk with Christ. The baby step walk with Christ. Like, I was still trying to figure out, what is this, what is that? And it wasn't like that I didn't know these certain things. It was just like I didn't figure them out for myself. I wasn't spending my own time with God as much in just period as I needed to. So, cuz we joined this church actually in 2020. Yeah, I think we joined the church in 2020. This new church, and that makes a lot whole different. That makes a whole difference. The type of church you go to makes a whole difference. Like, I can't stress it enough. If we would have stayed at the church that I was at when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have liked church. I probably wouldn't have liked Jesus. I don't know what to tell you. But baby, we love Jesus over here. Okay? Like, we love him to death. Like if he was sitting right here with me, I'll be up all on the, like, yo, they my homie, like this, I love Jesus. Y'all, I'm telling y'all better get to join the Lord. Hello. But no, yeah, so that was that. That ended, and at the end of that, I'm not gonna lie, like, I had my little, not my break from Jesus, but I remember specifically sitting on the edge of my bed over there crying, and I was not trying to cry at that moment, but my mom was at the door, and we always have our little talks or whatever. But she was standing right there at the door. I was like, I just felt like he wasn't hearing me and stuff like that. Not the person I was in a relationship with, but God, because you know, being on TikTok and stuff, y'all just don't be deceived by everything you see on TikTok. Like, that's another thing. Like, it's good to change your algorithm to people who are of Christ, but it becomes just so when you have like people on social media who put out these false narratives or these false like accusations or little things where it's like, there are people in their walks who are not strong enough to discern at a certain level, and it's like, I got deceived. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was sitting here praying, like, if he this, if he that, let him do this, let him do that. And it happened, like that certain thing got answered, or I felt like it got answered. And so then I felt like that was my man of God or whatever. So yeah, that happened, and I just feel like God wasn't hearing me because I feel like I was trying to heal faster than what the actual healing process, than how long the actual healing process was supposed to take. And mind y'all, we ended in August. So August, at the beginning of August. So August, September, October, November, December, and then January, February, March. So we're in March now. I would say at the beginning in I would honestly say December is when my healing was like full, like, because I had wanted about the next month, about the next day, like I want to be over you like right now, like, because I'm the type, like, I get over stuff that quick. So it was like I was really like, God, please. But y'all, don't rush the healing process, because the healing process is something that's so woo. When I tell you, I don't know, like, I wouldn't go through that again. But healing and doing it with God is so great. It is so much better than any other healing you could ever do. So y'all out here smoking, y'all out here having sex, y'all out here drinking, partying. It's not healing, baby. You're distracting yourself from a bigger distraction. Like, you're putting distractions on top of distractions. So that's not what God is doing. That's not what God is trying to get you to do. He's trying to get you to have peace in the chaos. And a lot of people think peace is silence, peace is that, this, and that, and the third. No, peace is people who are still out here believing in Jesus with with how the world is today. That's peace. Y'all better get y'all some of the peace. But no, so yeah, that's that. And I would say, in October, I started to take my workout um journey very, very, very much more seriously, because I honestly, my mind and my perspective had to be changed on working out. And I say that because I was always working out since 7th grade. I've been working out since 7th grade. Really 6th grade, because I was very small in 7th grade. But I would definitely say I've been working out since 7th grade. And that relationship made me gain all that weight. Not all the weight back, but it made me gain a lot of weight back. And I first seen it in my face and my thighs, and I was like, "Oh no, baby, this got to go down." And I'm like, I'm doing, sometimes here and there I will work out and stuff, but it wasn't consistent, and yeah, it was just inconsistency. I'm on this space a little longer because this is really the meaty part of the relationship. Um, with God, this is the meaty part of the relationship, because really my junior year is where it really just broke out, I guess. And it's like, you know, I didn't never lose sight of him. I didn't never lose him. It was just like, it just, that year specifically just got me really, really, really closer to him. And here we are in my senior year, just really, really, really riding on the joy of Jesus. And I'm not saying that there's no trials, there's no tribulations that I'm still not going through, but definitely that relationship itself is just, and I'm gonna have a podcast episode on a lot of lessons that I learned from that. But it may be multiple videos or episodes, but yeah, like that year itself was just, it's amazing that I went through that year, and that I could still be here and say what happened and how I see the other side of it, and the lessons and stuff. And it's so great. It feels so great to even talk about it, if I'm being honest, and not be in that space of bitterness, not be in that space of enviness, and just not peaceful, like not being joyful, not being happy. Um, but yeah, so, and mind you, my grades were still good. I was still doing good at school. There was nothing was slipping. It was just like that just wasn't it. So we get to October is when I start to get very, very very, very consistent in my workout journey. And I was also back in cheer, so I was doing cheer again as well. December is when I try to start my little vlogs for real, because child, when God is calling you to do something, do it. Do it. You hear me? Do it. But yeah, so that was when I started finally doing my vlogs as well, and trying to put out content too. Then we get to January. Of course, it's a new year, so who's not gonna be glad? Who's not gonna be happy? Um, Child, we get to January this year. It's looking a little, okay. we're doing prayer boards and stuff. And it's only 3 months in the year, so I'm not gonna say that this year is not. But when I say when 2025 is gonna be so worth it, and 2025 is gonna be out of pocket because literally, like when you gotta hit your bottom rock, when you gotta hit rock bottom, that's not a lie. I've hit rock bottom last year, but I'm saying like I ain't done with the hitting rock bottom, and it might not even be rock bottom. It's just like when your blessings, abundance of blessings in the showers of the God are around the corner, you gonna have to go through some things that's like, God, I thought you said you was gonna shower me now. Like, that's not what you doing. But he's like, hey yo, you gotta hit these stumbles before I give you all these showers. Like, you know, all this snow we getting, all this rain we getting, spring is around the corner, baby. Like, and I love spring. I'm a spring baby. I'm born in spring. So it's like, yeah, I already know 2025 gonna be worth it. I'm so ready to go to college, y'all, too. Like, I'm so ready. I'm just ready to see the goodness of God this year. Not even just the fact of like like the physical things. It's just how I'm finna change as a woman. Like, cause, you know, I'm still in my parents' house, still a child. But we finna turn 18. And when you turn them years, it's like, oh my God, we pushing 30 already. But no, not for real. But yeah. So we're in 2025, y'all. And it is just so good to be riding on the joy of the Lord. Riding on the joy of the Lord. Mm, Riding on the joy of the Lord. I love that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Riding on the joy of the Lord. January went by fast. February went by freaking fast. March, it went by fast too. We in the whole freaking last week of March. My birthday coming up. My birthday is at the end of March. It's finna be April. It's finna be in May. And then finna be in June. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah. Um, yeah, March. Y'all, I got into a car accident. If you watch my vlogs, you already know. But yeah, I got into a car accident. That's what I mean by there's a lot of things that's going on. There's a lot of other adjustments too that I have to make as well. But I'm just gonna keep trusting the Lord, and I'm just gonna keep walking by faith and not by sight. And I think He's really testing me, definitely harder now than ever, if not any other time, to walk by faith and not by sight. Because that accident was not something that was in my bucket list, especially for my birthday month. And then I can't even do what I want for my birthday. Like, we're not even gonna talk about that because I'm still trying to smile through that. Like, I'm going around the house like, but it's like I'm still here. I could have been dead. The people in the car with me could have been dead. It's like I'm still here by the grace of God, by the mercy of God, and it's like, okay, like thank you, Jesus, and still looking beautiful. Like, still being your daughter, still praising you as the Most High, still praising you as the Savior, the Lord. But yeah, that's me, y'all. And that's what you're going to get on this podcast channel. A lot of talking and. But hey, if you enjoyed this little ramble and this little introduction of me, I appreciate you for staying this long because people do not like people talking. And I am one of them who don't like to really like to hear people ramble. But if it's a good talk, hey, I'm going to stay. But yeah, I love y'all. I really do. I don't even know who y'all are yet. I don't even got the fam yet over here. But hey, listen, it's all in God's will. It's all in God's hands, and it's all in His plans too. But to the y'all of the future who are gonna be supporting me and supporting Jesus, who I'm gonna be supporting, I love y'all. I hope there was any encouraging words in this video for you. And yeah, that's my podcast channel. Bye.